All right, so I'm walking up here to the garden and I can tell that we have a major problem and Rachel is not gonna be happy about this. Hey guys, happy Friday. It's Josh here at Porter Valley Ranch and it is Farm Friday here at our farm. Buddy's going crazy for some reason. I don't know what he wants. Looks like Paul is chasing Snowflake around, so that's good. We'll get back to that in just a second. But if you guys have been watching the news, you have seen that there have been a lot of storms coming through the Midwest and through the eastern portion of the United States, doing a lot of damage, taking some people's lives. So first of all, I just want to say that our hearts and prayers go out to the families who were affected in those storms. We know it's hard, but I know also that you guys have a huge team of volunteers and good people who are there to help, you know, feed and clean up and help you guys rebuild. So good luck with all that. So here we didn't have any tornadoes. We did get hit by a tornado about 2 years ago. Our house took a direct hit. We took some damage, a lot of trees down, but luckily it hit the big cliff right in front of our house first, so it kind of jumped over us, and then most of our neighbors lost their roofs and things like that. We did not have a tornado this week, but we did have about 48 hours of sustained winds. Yesterday the winds were 50 miles an hour plus, and I saw some things happening, and there's just really nothing you can do in the middle of a windstorm. I could tell that some of the roof was getting torn off of our barn, and Rachel was having some problems with her greenhouse. But there's really nothing you can do. It's not safe to try to fix things like that in the middle of those storms, and the wind was just relentless. It never let up. So I got home after dark, and wasn't sure exactly what the damage was going to be, but today we're going to have to go check it out, see if there's anything that needs to be repaired, anything that needs to be fixed, because we definitely don't want to have that mess going into the Christmas season. All right, so I'm walking up here to the garden and I can tell that we have a major problem and Rachel is not going to be happy about this. We've got about a 10-15 mile an hour wind going this morning, which is a lot better than yesterday's 50 mile an hour winds. So we got this greenhouse from Quick Tent. They sent it to us to let us try out, and it's been doing really good, but these winds were just too much for it. You can tell it is just wrapped all around that tree. There's got some, you can see a lot of like broken pipe and things in here. This is going to be a fat mess to fix. So it's one thing for it to get moved. The thing that concerns me the most is I see a lot of these poles are bent or broken, and if the poles are bent or broken, sometimes you can repair them, but the problem is this greenhouse, I mean, it's like a $250 greenhouse, and I just don't know that the material is going to be strong enough to repair and ever be right again. So I'm gonna wait till later. I'm gonna come out here with Rachel. We're gonna kind of look at it and see what we can do, but my fear is this thing might just be toast. And if so, she's gonna be pretty sad because she was growing some things and planning on doing some things through the winter. So we'll have to make other plans. But from what I'm seeing, it is not in great shape. I'm not gonna say a total loss yet, but I'm thinking it. I'm just not gonna say it because I don't want to be wrong on camera. But yeah, there's like major like bend. Like this one's bent. See that? That one's bent. I don't know if we're gonna be able to fix it. It went through some pretty big storms like this summer, but I think that 50 mile an hour wind was just too much. Like we had it really secured too, but it just wasn't enough. So Rachel's gonna be pretty upset about that. She's getting the kids ready for school and everything right now, so she's kind of distracted. And when she comes out here, it's kind of one of these moments you have to decide, like, am I gonna be there, walk her through it, or do I let her just kind of be mad, kind of deal with it herself, and then pick up the pieces later. So I don't know. We've been married for like 17 years and I still don't know what the right answer is. She's great. She doesn't get that mad or angry, but still, I'm not very sensitive. I deal with conflict well at like business and stuff, but when it comes to being like sensitive, like I just come across as I don't care. That's not true. I do. I mean, like, I'm really sad about that situation up there, but I don't always reflect it in my face. I'm not very emotional, so sometimes it's best if I am not around. I'm also a fixer, which means I try to fix things, and sometimes you can't fix things. Sometimes you just have to let them be and let people be sad or whatever. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So you can see Paul over here is following Snowflake around. Snowflake is Jet's sheep, and you can tell that he's just kind of following her. They always kind of stick their tongue out, the rams do. That kind of helps them with their sense of smell. And for some reason, rams think that if they bite and lick the ewe's side, that it is intriguing or appealing to her. So I don't know if it's effective, but he seems to be trying some things. So you can see he's trying to ride her. That's what we call heat. Whenever they come into heat, whenever sheep or goats or dogs or anything come into heat, they put off, scent, pheromones that the ram can pick up on, and the ram knows that they're close. So that'll happen for sometimes a couple of days. And then eventually she'll go into what we call standing heat, which means that she is still and allows the ram to go ahead and fertilize her embryos. So it's kind of a funny process to watch. Nature takes its course, everything works out. But the main thing is when we start seeing action happening like this, we want to mark it down, because we want to know what time she possibly could have been bred. And then she would come through another heat cycle, in a month. And if that doesn't happen and we don't see her or him showing interest in her again, then that means that she was probably bred this time, and we know we can make preparations and put that on the calendar for when that would happen. In the past, sometimes we have used some different hormone systems. We've used some cedars and things like that to synchronize all of the ewes or the nannies to come in at the same time. We are not going to do that this year, mainly because we have a couple of ewes and nannies, doelings that are young. And whenever they're young, we don't want to force them into, going through their cycles the first time or getting bred the first time. We just want it to happen naturally, because even though they're the same age, some of them might mature faster than others. Some of them might be bigger and ready, and some of them aren't. So we're just going to let it naturally play out. It's going to create a bit of a mess going into the spring, because we're going to have kids and lambs being born just kind of all over the calendar, as opposed to being able to prepare and have them all being born at the same time. So it's creating a little bit of a mess for us, but my dad's flock and our flock are both pretty young. So we've got some that are going to be having lambs hopefully for the first time. So we're just going to let nature run its course and see what happens, but we'll keep an eye on all Paul and Snowflake. Again, sometimes with the young ones, if they've never been through this process before, it's kind of stressful for them. So if he keeps chasing her for the next couple of days, then we might need to separate them for just a little bit, just to kind of give her a break so she didn't get too stressed out. I recruited some helpers for Farm Friday. It's actually Farm Thursday, but I got to go somewhere tomorrow. So we are going to feed the animals, and then I'm going to get the boys to help me dismantle Rachel's greenhouse, because the wind already dismantled it a little bit for us. So you guys usually just hang out with me on Fridays, but today you get Zeke and Kai. Kai, do you want to be the filmer or the helper?
Film.
Okay. Cameraman, remember you got to hold it kind of still. Don't be crazy.
Don't be all shaky, Kai.
Be all shaky.
that more workable?
Okay.
Woo!
Better hold the bucket higher, they're gonna jump inside of it. Man, the wind blew my chair over.
Hey, Paul. It tripped me. She tripped me. It tripped me. Think it tripped me. Hey, buddy. Can't watch where I'm going and watch the GoPro at the same time.
You can't.
Well, then you need some more skills, buddy.
But I can't see that well.
Work on your skills, man.
Kai, I feel like you're just gonna walk straight into a tree somewhere.
Probably. I ran. Really?
That's grain.
Yeah.
The grain grows into grass?
Well, I mean, it's seeds.
Is that why it's...
That's kind of cool.
So everywhere that the grain spilled grew that grass. Dang.
Dang, we put a lot of grain.
You spill. Just need to spill that all over our lawn.
Well, yeah, that's what Papa was saying, to plant that seed that he gave us.
Okay. So,
This will be a little hard.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
It broke the metal and broke the
Okay, we have to
netting.
be careful because some of the places where the metal's broken, it's gonna be kind of sharp. So,
Don't want that tetanus.
but
It's broken everywhere.
I don't know about tetanus, but
But it'll do something.
we're gonna have to take off all the zip ties that connect this to the frame.
That we put on there?
Yeah?
Oh, wait, how am I supposed to do it with these?
You just grab it and twist it and they'll break. Or you can try these little things. I don't know what these are. I don't know if I can trust you guys with these.
Oh.
You can trust me?
I don't know if I can trust you with them. So here's what we're dealing with is lots of bent metal and mess. Looks like a big mess.
It's metal.
So the first step is going to be to take all this plastic off so that it doesn't become more of a hazard, and then we'll kind of see what we have to do. But I'm still guessing that it's probably a loss, probably over. So we got this greenhouse from Quick Tent. They sent it to us to try, and we really enjoyed it while we had it. It's very inexpensive, like $250 or something like that, but evidently it doesn't stand up to 50-mile-an-hour winds for 48 hours straight. So we're gonna take it apart and see what we got. That didn't look that bad.
Doesn't look that bad. It literally folded on itself and snapped half the pieces.
Yeah.
Some of them just got snapped clean in half.
Yeah.
Like this one
Okay.
over here.
It actually didn't look too terrible until you took the top off.
Until we took it
Until you
off.
see the frame and you're like, yeah.
Then it's bit over there.
You guys haven't seen our video yet about Leon. We have been meeting with Leon from Gardening with Leon, and Rachel is going to build a big hoop house in the spring using some of his materials and plants. We also took some of his stuff to Africa. That video is coming out hopefully next week. Hopefully with Christmas break I'll get some time to edit and put that stuff together, which is really cool. But we're gonna have to decide if we want to like try to rebuild this thing and put it back together to use this winter, or if we're just going to move ahead with the bigger hoop house project, which is my vote. But I'm not the gardener. Rachel is the gardener, and I'll let her talk to Leon, see what they want to do. She also did put one of the videos we did with Leon on Hobby Farms. Rachel's been writing for Hobby Farms magazine, and that's on their website, so I'll link that down below and up here so you can check that out. Tell them that you came from our videos, and let them know where you came from, so that'd be great. So we're gonna leave this for now. You guys grab those tools, give them to me. It's in my eye. And we're gonna go down and feed the goats. Check chickens. Hey, this is growing. I don't know what this is, but it's like nice and healthy. It's really weird weather. It's really weird weather right now. It's been like 70 degrees most of the time until the sun goes down, then it's kind of cold, but usually by now we would be super cold, and it's not, so it's kind of weird.